Hello, you're listening to One Online Nutrition Education with Nicholas. I'm going to be interviewing Garret Zuzik. He earned his education in nutrition. He'll be on shortly. But I just wanted to provide an explanation of why I created these videos, and some of them may have different titles. One focus point is Men in Dietetics. Why did I pick that title? Well, I went online for the past many years, but just to get to the point, I try to look for videos where anyone would talk about the major itself. And I noticed one thing. A lot of the videos seemed staged. It wasn't real to me. I didn't really connect. And then I said to myself, wait, there are not many guys talking about nutrition, the coursework, the reality, and etc. So I came up with the idea of finding anyone. It didn't matter if it was male or female, but I have a title or a category where I speak to men to give them a voice, and that's what it's about. Giving people a voice to tell their story, because my story isn't yours, and theirs may connect with you more than mine. So I tried to focus on what others are saying and try to bring it together, asking the same types of questions. So Garret will be on the line soon. Actually, he is right now. So let's hear from him. Hello, Garret. How you doing?
Oh, nothing much.
We're going to talk about a topic that I've seen online, dietetics. Your perception during enrolling, while you're in the courses and doing whatever it is that you're doing, and then when you get out the door. First, I would like you to introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Garret Zuzik. I am a cum laude nutrition dietetics student. Got the bachelor's at YSU, and I'm currently a double licensure K through 12 health and PE student at Akron University. It's nice to be here with you. I could redo that if that wasn't.
So what made you get into it?
It could always be argued if you are drawn to any field, the nurture-nature question.
Okay.
Personally, I was raised in environments where my grandma cared about health, my parents didn't really, and I always questioned what impacted food and lifestyle effect have on the body and society. To simplify the answer, just the differences of how I was raised, people involved in my life.
Did you play sports?
Yes. From early on, I was obsessed with Taekwondo specifically, soccer, and I started track when I was in middle school, and I was pretty competitive with long jump.
When it came to dietary, I understand from, your grandma and then your parents. When did you really get into changing your diet, manipulating these things?
Well, I was in football. Started off, 120 pounds. I was 194 at my height. Physically, that messed with me. My one high school homeroom teacher, I was eating terribly, and she said, I was talking about high fructose corn syrup, and she was like, what else is in the high fructose corn syrup? She made me question not only what it was, what was also in it. All the mercury, and
right.
I put that in proportion to fish, have different sizes, and, you start to prioritize things differently.
I guess that would have been like the catalyst to say, hey, maybe I want to study nutrition.
Even in high school, I took a college class for 2 years, exercise science program. I was 1 out of 11 students. I was never that good at mathematical fields, but for some reason I retained nutritional math. I can't deduce why, and I ever since switched a few times.
Did you actually look at the curriculum, or did you just go into it?
I was in exercise science. I took my first nutrition course, so engrossed in it, and I retained information. I put in, 3 times more work than the nearest student. On the test questions, I could cite refuted the answers she thought were right. When you start to see things that are very skeptic raising, question raising, such as Kraft and Nestle are supporters of American Nutritional Dietetic Associations, and you start to see, I don't know why, but I just retained that skepticism and information. They train a mass majority of the people in dietetics to learn in the hospital setting. Up until then, it's a lot of memorizing. It's hard to say simply.
I always felt like with exercise science, you were able to go out there and apply different things. You can actually physically do it, feel something from it, and being that I'm involved in that, I was able to say, hey, well, here are the results, and this is what happened.
Because they're training the dietetic students in university for the hospital setting where the profit margins are the greatest for, drug usage, pharmacies, and for doctors. And that's the downside, because as a society, we all pick up that tab.
It's kind of like set up to fail in a way.
Yeah, I think. If only 1 out of 2,000 kids within the United States pass the Healthy 7 standards of actual health and nutrition diet, we have the perception that our kids are eating healthy, and it's a confirmation bias thing too. So we like to see the good in people. It's crazy to think that even our healthy diets we're prescribing to people in the hospital or just making a diet plan, it's still deficient.
When I say major, I say dietetics. I don't necessarily mean nutrition, because there's the dietetic industry versus nutrition. I hope you understand me when I say that. But so what was your perception originally? Thank you for tuning in to One Online Nutrition Education, where you're number one. Tune in for part 2. Like, share, comment. Thank you for listening.